I think we have to start talking about how serious things are getting in the country, because I don't think any of these Republicans in the House or Senate, I don't think any of them are brave enough to step forward and say, hey, wait a minute, no, that's not the United States. That's not what we do. Because Trump is talking about a third term. He's talking about, oh yeah, I'd love to. You know, we have a thing called the Constitution. You're not allowed a third term. It's very explicit. It's very specific. And it needs to be called out for what it is. And we're going to talk about that right now. So welcome to the Dray Way. You're going to get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me. So let's get started. We got things to talk about. Let's go! I think it's time that we talk about the craziness. I think it's time that, and this is why I have said so many times, don't vote Republicans for anything, because they are gutless and spineless. And I don't care if it's dog catcher. Don't vote for a Republican dog catcher. Don't vote for a Republican mayor. Don't vote for a Republican at all. Because as you can see right now, Donald Trump is talking about, oh yeah, I'd love to have a third term. I think that's something I should do. No, that's not something you should do. And the country's in a horrible condition because of you, idiot. And all of these Republicans just refuse to say anything. They refuse to go, we have a constitution, and yeah, we don't have third-term presidents anymore. That's not something we do. Not one Republican in the House and Senate is willing to step up and go, yeah, that's not what we do. Trump will enjoy his second term and then he's done. That's the way it should be. That's the way it would have been 30, 40, 50 years ago. But the Republicans today, what you need to understand is everybody just wants to keep their place. They know that as long as they stay a congressman or a senator, their life is set. They have all the money they need. They have all the power they need. They have this great life. So they're not going to do anything to upset it, because they have no moral character whatsoever. What's right and wrong doesn't really matter. As long as I have my place for myself and my family, we're good. And that is exactly what goes on in Washington. I just want to keep what I got, because what I got money and power. I'm good. The rest of the country, I don't care. It's not my family. It's not my concern. Well, wait a minute. You went to Washington to serve the people. Yeah. Sure, yeah. I'm going to serve the people. Yeah, that's not a thing. If it was, you would notice that, if Republicans were really serious about running anything, where was the list of, say, 5 items? Hey, we're going to get tax cuts for the rich, and then we're going to build roads and bridges, and then we're going to improve our infrastructure, and then we're going to do this and this. None of that. None of it. You remember how immigration was the most horrible thing ever? What have they done to fix it? Nothing. What legislation have they put forward? Nothing. Not a single thing. Because the only thing Republicans want is power and tax cuts. That's it. Power and tax cuts. And of course, they want to play the blame game. Here they have the House, the Senate, they have the White House, they have the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is their little bitch. The Supreme Court, those judges don't mean shit. And they know they don't. Because this administration, it doesn't matter what the Supreme Court says. And they know it. This president isn't going to listen to a damn thing they say, because he doesn't care. He doesn't give a damn. And that is what I need everybody to understand. We are completely changing this country. This country now resembles Monopoly. And I've talked about Monopoly, but this country is now exactly like a Monopoly game. And we all know how Monopoly ends. It only ends in 2 ways. One person ends up with everything. He owns it all. He wins the game, he wins up. The second way is 1 or 2 people get pissed off that the other one's making jokes about having everything, and they flip the board in the air. And I can tell you right now, with 100% certainty, there is a lot of people right now, and a growing number of people, that want to just flip the board. And rightfully so, because they keep turning the knob tighter and tighter. And the people down on the bottom keep getting twisted tighter and tighter until they don't have nothing. And that's enough to take everything you have. Now they want to take the food that you get. They want to take that too. Yeah, you can't have food. You not only not have money, but yeah, food that we were helping supply you, yeah, no. Funny thing is, and I say funny thing, I mean funny, haha, thing is this. We have we have a lot of billionaires in this country. A lot of them. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. I mean, that have multi-billion dollars. I have not heard one of them, not one, step up and say, this is ridiculous. And in this state and that state, I'm going to give $5 million to food banks in this state, and this state for a total of $20 million. Have you heard that? I haven't heard one billionaire. And you have to understand, $20 billion to a multi-billionaire is like when you go to the grocery store and you hand over $1 to the guy that has a cup and a dog. You throw $1, $2 in the cup. It's the same thing. You're not going to miss that dollar or two. And that billionaire, that $10, $20 million, what is $10, $20 million to a multi-billionaire? It's nothing. It's not even it's literally nothing. But yet, not one billionaire, not one. When everyone's been thinking about is no more food stamps, children and seniors and veterans are going to suffer. It's been all over the news. And somebody please tell me why these multi-billionaires haven't said a word. I don't understand. I don't understand how you have so much not willing to help out, even when you know millions of Americans are about to suffer. You know this. You are a multi-billionaire, and you know what you're doing about it? Nothing. I haven't seen one billionaire step up. So that tells you the kind of country that we live in now. United States of America's Americans looking out after Americans? No. It's just the rich taking care of the rich. That's all this is. It's just rich taking care of rich, taking the connected, the rich, the connected, the rich. And for many of you, you vote for Republicans and you're in red states that are all Republican. I hate to break it to you, but if you're in Louisiana, Alabama, West Virginia, Arkansas, Oklahoma, you live in dog shit. Your states are literally dog shit. They're the worst at everything. Education, infrastructure, they're horrible. And you live in a red state that's red all the time. That's been red for decades because you have nothing but Republicans leading the way. And you're broke. Your states are so broke. And the people in there are broke because you keep voting for Republicans. Republicans do nothing but destroy and put money to the top. All of you on the bottom that keep voting for Republicans, what are you getting out of it? What are you getting besides nothing? And you keep getting nothing, and you keep voting Republican. Let me know what you think in the comments. Oh, it's going to get a lot worse, people. It's going to get a lot worse. Let me know what you think in the comments. Welcome to the Dray Way. Don't go anywhere. Part 2 coming up. So we keep going into further debt, and the debt is accelerating. The debt is getting worse and worse. And even though the Fed may drop interest rates over the next year, it won't be for long at all. It just won't hold. It won't hold because it can't. Because the debt is just increasing and it's growing out of control. So the United States can print as much paper as it wants. It can print as much money, create as much money as it wants. It's only going to exacerbate the situation that we've already had, and that's inflation. And it's only going to get worse. And that's why I keep telling people, Gold and silver is still the answer. Gold and silver is still the answer. And as far as holding paper, why would I want to hold paper for 3-4% for the next 10, 20 years? Why would I want to do that when inflation is going to eat that all up? In fact, I'll end up losing money. I won't gain a thing. So yeah, you're going to see yields have to go considerably higher. You're going to be talking about looking at, in a year or two, you're going to be looking at interest rates on treasuries and stuff like that at possibly 5 and 6, maybe even 7%. How crazy would that be? But that is extremely possible when you are running a massive debt like we are. And it's accelerating. It's getting worse and worse because this administration is spending money we don't have. It's spending money like crazy. And that's not even to talk about. I was going to save this for the last segment, but I'm going to change up what I'm going to do because we're about to go to war. We're going to go to war in Venezuela. Why? I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, we're going to war there. We got too many military assets down there not to. What we're going to do down there, are we going to have boots on the ground? I think so, yes. I think this is an all-out invasion coming up. And it's all going to be under the guise of stopping drugs. But we're about to attack another nation. And why we're attacking Venezuela, I have no idea. But there must be a reason that the guy that is, Mr. No war Trump seems to be all about war for some reason in that area. But we have a ton of military assets down there. It would not surprise me if there's an attack sometime next week. You just don't keep piling assets down there and not do anything, but I think it's coming. And why it's coming, we're all going to find out soon enough. But like and follow for more, and let me know what you think in the comments. Why do you think we're down there and about to start a war? I'm just curious. I'd like to know your thoughts. Don't go anywhere. Part 3 to the Dray Way coming up. And hey, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Yes, I want to get to 50,000 and I can't do it without your help. So hit the subscribe button and don't go anywhere. Part 3 to the Dray Way coming up next. As Trump gets older, I think this show is going to change with Trump just saying ridiculous things. I've won 3 elections in a row. No, you didn't. Biden beat you by millions and millions and millions of votes. You lost badly. And this election you just won, you barely won. You didn't even get 50% of the votes. Just so you got the most, but you didn't get 50% even. So tell the truth. I'm getting very, very bored with all of this lying and all of this nonsense. I'm tired of years and years of just listening to Trump talk complete and utter bullshit. Literally, he's on social media right now and talking about how, oh yeah, I won 3 elections in a row and that election was stolen from me. He's still talking this nonsense, and he's talking this nonsense because, again, not a single Republican, not a single one has the courage to say, no, Mr. President, you lost. You lost the election. We all know you lost the election. Please stop with all the nonsense. Not one has the guts to stand up to this man. This 80-year-old feeble-minded man. No one has the guts because they're so worried about their precious, oh, I don't want to, have them run against me. I want to keep this cushy job where I literally do nothing. In case you guys haven't figured out yet, the Republican House hasn't been at work for I don't know how long. They don't do anything. This Republican House is just such a pathetic piece of shit joke. It's not funny. And I just don't know how Republicans get away with it and how they get elected to go do nothing. Meanwhile, farmers and people in red states are suffering. Now they're not going to have their food stamps. When are you guys going to wake up? When are you guys going to wake up that these Republicans don't give 2 shits about you? They don't care if you're a farmer. They don't care if you eat. They don't care about your food. They don't care. All they have to do is say the word transvestite or transgender, and they'll snap you right into voting their way. Make it make sense. Hey, that's the Dray Way for today. Don't forget, there's a new Dray Way each and every day. Come back and see me tomorrow. I'm sure we'll have a lot more crazy stuff to talk about. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow right here on the Dray Way. Have a great day, everybody.
Whoa! Look at that. Water splashing everywhere, and I didn't even get wet. Seriously, if you want a pool like this, call the people at Unique Pool Finishes.
Hey, is that a fish?